Hi, I'm Peter Evans. I'm the curator for Route 1 Views, and I'm coming to you today from Long Beach Island, New Jersey, about 50 miles away from Route 1, to look at how transportation helped East Coast cities grow bigger. Now, back in the day, in the colonial era, this was the highway, the Atlantic Ocean. And in order to get from Trenton, Philadelphia, or Wilmington to New York City, or to Newark or New Brunswick, you had to sail your people and cargo all the way out the Delaware Bay, around Cape May, all the way up the coast of New Jersey until you got to the Hudson Bay. And if you didn't have a breeze like we have today, it could take you a week. Well, things began to change in the 1830s.
In 1830, the Delaware and Raritan Canal was chartered, and when the canal was complete, the trip from Trenton to New Brunswick that could take weeks now only took a day or two. Railroads soon followed, cutting the trip down to several hours. By 1882, the Pennsylvania Railroad was the largest in the world, comprising 12,000 miles of track. Not only reaching inland to Chicago and St. Louis, it connected cities along the East Coast. Faster travel times allowed cities to intensify rapidly into vast manufacturing, banking, technology, and population centers. Boston grew from 25,000 in 1800 to 1.8 million in 1900 to 4 million in 2000. New York grew from 60,000 in 1800 to 18 million 200 years later. Growth rates in Trenton, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Providence, New Haven, Bridgeport, and Miami, they were just as impressive. Now, while I love a good railroad, the expansive growth of the last 100 years is what I'm most passionate about. Roads like Route 1, combined with the automobile, took over from railroads, just as the railroads replaced sailing ships in the 1830s. Cities radiated out to the suburbs, away from the concentrated cores of city centers, sometimes merging into co-joined metro areas.
Yes, it's summer in the city. And I'm coming to you from Belmont Plateau. It's about a mile from Route 1, from my hometown, Philadelphia, which has about 6.2 million people living here. When my great-great-great-great-grandfather lived down in Old City in 1800, there were only about 41,000 people living in Philly. Transportation made the difference. That great-grandfather of mine, Thomas P. Cope, he probably visited the Belmont Mansion more than once. It was built in 1750. And well, he plied his trade down on the Philadelphia waterfront. He had packet ships that sailed internationally and sailed up and down the East Coast carrying cargo. And he was a merchant, and that's how he made his living. Philadelphia was a great port back then. It made a lot of people rich, and it's still a thriving commercial waterfront. Summer in the city, folks. Cheers from Philly.